On this episode of Dirt Road Traveler, we're on our 8th leg of the John Muir Way.
And we're heading from Edinburgh to Port Seton.
Alrighty, so our day is starting a little late. Had some significant hiccups with the tour company and some other hiccups with the accommodation. And we're currently awaiting a taxi who will pick up our bags and take them on to the next location while we walk our way out to Port Seton. So here we go. So our bags were picked up by taxi and taken on to Port Seton. Just want to make a last comment about our accommodation in Edinburgh. There were a number of issues with the actual booking, apparently, that the host at the guest house didn't tell us until an hour before departure, and that led to a cascading of issues from bill payments to whose responsibilities to what, to even whether or not he would allow our bags to stay waiting for the baggage transfer. So really not a cool customer service kind of attitude from our host. Escape, on the other hand, worked very hard to fix the problems this morning, as along with the team from Walkers Britain. So we feel good about leaving and heading out on our 17-ish kilometer walk today. Probably 3.5, 4 hours. So we're looking forward to this one, and hope that you enjoy the video that follows this about our walk today. Alrighty, this is our first marker of the morning. So guess what? We're on the right track! Yay! And it is super warm out, but check that out behind us. It's a glorious day to be walking to Port Seton. Glorious! This walk that we're on right now, we're on what they call the Innocent Railway, and this is really cool. It was a horse-drawn railway as opposed to a steam engine-drawn railway. And it was erected or built in 1831 with an 18-foot span on this bridge. It's very cool. And here's some of the remains of the old archway and bridge area. Very cool. Now we have to get off because this is a bicycle path now. Always nice to hear sort of the trickling brooks, some chirping birds, and a breeze through the forest trees. We're about 8 kilometers into today's walk. 9.5 kilometers in, we've reached East Lothian, the birthplace of Scotland's flag. Look at that, like 1,200 years ago. That's awesome. In North America, you'd be used to seeing the Gulf Coast. Well, here we have the Gulf Coast. Only in Scotland. Only in Scotland. Of course, Musselburgh wouldn't be Musselburgh without the Mussel Monument. Yeah, it's a thing. And for me, boats at low tide never gets old. Well, this is the first John Muir Way sign that we've actually seen anywhere since we left Helensburgh. And this is the 8th of 10 legs, so it's kind of cool. We're gonna enjoy Musselburgh for a little bit before we carry on to Port Seton. One last piece of the John Muir Way's signage here in Musselburgh. It's kind of a cool old sign. Low tide here is absolutely crazy. I just couldn't imagine being one of those sailboat owners. Oh, and look, off in the distance, a cruise ship. I've always said Cindy had something statuesque about her. Well, apparently she has statues about her. Sometimes sometimes we have to interpret the signs carefully because this one wants us to walk through this wall. Yeah, we're gonna go around. So we're just getting ready to go over to the bridge to cross over this waterway, to get to the other side of it, to continue along the shoreline. And we think there's a pretty cool surprise on the other side of the shoreline. Hey, well, I got your attention with this sound of water. If you're enjoying this video, please think about giving us a thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber to the Dirt Road Traveler channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. It lets YouTube know that we're doing good things and we don't send you spam and it doesn't cost you anything. And it would be just nice for us to have a few more subscribers on our Dirt Road Traveler team. Anyways, can't wait to show you the surprise. Right here, as the river comes down to the Firth of Forth, there's a huge swan population heading down towards the Firth of Forth. Now, my question is, what are the swans going to do when they get to the salt water? So out at the confluence of the river and the Firth of Forth, I don't know if this video is going to show you the color there, but it's a mottley color. It's where the fresh and the salt are meeting. And that's where a large, are they gaggles of swans? Anyways, are sitting and fishing, I guess. Well, we're 15.5 kilometers into the walk, and Cindy has stopped to smell the flowers?
Lilac-like.
Yeah, they're huge though, and they smell beautiful. There's something about a random patch of poppies that makes me stop and want to take video. So we're now 17.5 kilometers into our 16-ish kilometer day. We're not quite sure how much further we have to go, but I do faintly hear the sound of a pint opening. Not sure, but that's what I think I hear. Well, it may have been the sound of a pint, but it's clearly far off still. Just thought this was a lovely mural about Preston Pans. Alrighty, this mural is very special because this is a tribute to John Muir. And I've got to recheck my books, but I don't remember seeing any notes about this as we walk through Preston Pans. Another nice explainer about the shore that we're walking along on the John Muir Way. This is an absolutely beautiful war memorial monument here in Preston Pans. A very cool sculpture here in Preston Pans overlooking the Firth of Forth. And a very cool memorial to Robbie Burns. It just keeps feeling like this. Something about boatyards at low tide just fascinates the heck out of me. These are fantastic little row houses. Well, the way was, I'm going to say, way further than we had expected today. We're just heading into Port Seton now, so we should be stopping for that wee pint that was calling my name very shortly. Well, this day was at least 5 kilometers longer than what the book said. Either I'm functionally illiterate or the book was wrong, so we got to figure that part out. Anyways, we've arrived in Port Seton, and it's time for the tradition. Cheers. So Port Seton is a little seaport town, and it's quite lovely. And we're quite happy to be staying here.